don't know about y'all, but for me, 2023 had hands. I'm so grateful for all of the blessings and grace that God has just truly given me throughout 2023. But it definitely took some strength, y'all. If it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be right now. Okay. But anywho, thank you for clicking on my YouTube video. My name is Imani Monet, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk about lifestyle, self-improvement, self-care, and so much more. Let's get into some lessons that I learned in 2023. I felt compelled to make this video because I was extremely blessed in 2023. However, y'all, it was some things that I learned that are I feel like basic things, but you know how some lessons you feel like they're also reminders, because sometimes they come around in different shapes, forms, or even people. So yeah, that's why I feel like I needed to make this video, because I was like, dang, look, I learned my lesson now. I know what it looked like. We ain't taking that into 2024. No. I feel like 2023 was a year for reflection, a year for growth, a year for just taking a step back, and unexpected. Just a lot came with it. However, I'm eternally grateful for it all. You know, it's all a part of the story that we have. So I know a lot of y'all had a lot of lessons that you learned in 2023. So if you want to go ahead and share some of those lessons, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. But yeah, so let's get started on some lessons that I learned in 2023. Number one is dumbing down your intuition is such a disservice to yourself. It's a disservice to yourself because one thing about it, if God wants you to do something or he wants you to change something, he will not stop until you do it. And I remember I made a TikTok about that. I was like, you know, one thing about God, if he wants you to do it, he's gonna keep bringing that up and keep putting it in your face until you do it. And that's in the form of everything, as far as opportunities, people, of course, jobs, or whatever it may be. I know for myself, I'm an entrepreneur, but you know, a lot of times it got hard for me, and I was just like, okay, like maybe should I go back to my 9-to-5 life, just because it's a lot more predictable. However, God was like, girl, what did I tell you? I told you no. I've been told you no. And that's the thing. It's hard to just digest, because we want things our way. But when God is telling you to do something specific, he really means that. And he's like, look, I got you. I'm going to sustain you. I'm going to hold you up during this entire time. And I know me, I can be a control freak. So when things aren't going the way that I expected them to go, it can just be, we all know how that is. But how he does that too, when you can't let go of something that he's telling you to do, or something that he's putting right in front of you, and even after praying for it, he's quite literally like, I told you what it is you need to do, so you're gonna keep coming up with the same answer. Y'all, he gonna have his way regardless. So number two is that, I feel like this one is kind of basic too, but accepting that some things are just out of your control. And I say that because no matter how much hard work that you put into something, and no matter how much you want something to go a certain way, if it's not ordained for it to be that way, then it just won't be. And it's so sad to think of it like that, but that's the ultimate truth. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for, again, that goes for anything: business, relationships, partnerships, whatever it may be. You know, if some things just aren't meant to be that way, then of course, you know, they're going to go the way that they need to. And a lot of times it's just best for your mental health to just be like, whatever, you know what, I don't have control over this. I don't. Having a go with the flow mindset and attitude is always going to serve you best, because at the end of the day, life be lifing, and it's gonna do what it want to do. I have 5 tips in total, so this video is gonna be kind of short, but I felt the need to share them with y'all, because I feel like everybody had a year that was kind of like up and down, like a true roller coaster. But yeah, it's good for us to share them with each other. Number 3 is you will always be learning. And y'all, I remember I seen a tweet on Twitter that said, if you pray for God to level you up, then you better be ready to be a beginner again. And when I tell y'all that hit me upside the head, I was like, oh my God. Like, we all done prayed that level up prayer. We all done prayed for it, but we don't really understand the capacity that comes with leveling up, because God sees something different than you see. So it's like, yeah, you might want to level up, but do you understand what's going to come with that? And a lot of the times we experience delayed gratification because we don't understand all that comes with it and all that's going to be behind that level up that you're praying for. So when you praying that level up prayer, let me tell you, you better be ready, because you're going to be a beginner all over again. You're going to have to crawl before you walk all over again. And I know that firsthand, because especially with my real estate business, of course, like I spoke about in one of my previous videos, which I'm going to link right here. I have a background of real estate, and I've been in the real estate industry for about 5 years now. My family has a history of real estate investing. However, I never thought about it as a full-time career. So now that I'm actually out here doing it full-time and it's my job and I know that it's my calling, it's a lot different because you're walking in those shoes, you know what I'm saying? And yes, he has put me in amazing positions. He has positioned me for success, and I'm already seeing success. However, it took a lot to even get there, and it's still taking a lot to look up and keep growing and keep pushing yourself every single day, especially an entrepreneurial lifestyle. Entrepreneurial lifestyle is not for everybody, and you might like or dislike when I say that, but it's just the truth. Some people are just not built for it, but the ones who are, we know everything that goes behind it. We know the sacrifices that we make. We know the hard work that we have to put on ourselves, the discipline that we have to instill in ourselves. So to all my entrepreneurs out there, I'm rooting for us, because we are out here doing it. We are doing our thing, and I really love that. And all of my real estate professionals out there too, like, it has taken a lot over the past 4 years. Real estate has been crazy, okay? And even though things are changing a lot within the real estate industry, there's so much opportunity there as well. And that's why, I'm happy to call myself a real estate agent. However, it's work. And I don't want anybody to fall into that glamorized picture that they see on Selling Sunset or Selling Tampa or whatever it may be, because it's not for the weak. And a lot of times real estate professionals, they don't even get out of their first year or 2 years in the industry. But the ones who have and the ones who are, look, kudos to you, because it takes a lot and we do a lot behind the scenes. That's what I'm here to show y'all. Side note, that's what I'm here to show y'all, is behind the scenes of it all. But yeah, it takes a lot of work, and I don't ever want anybody to think that it's just something glamorized and something that's easy, because it's not. Number 4, I also feel like it's something that is one of those lessons that continues to come back around, because you're like, wow, it came back in a different form, and I didn't really recognize it at the time. But you can't determine how someone will act, but you can always determine how you will respond. Life brings different pressures. Different stages of life brings different pressures, and sometimes really slowing down to be responsive instead of reactive in the moment, it will put you ahead, and it will actually make the other person slow down and recognize, dang, maybe I should have been more responsive instead of reacting to that person, and allows growth for both sides. We all experience times where we're more reactive instead of responsive. However, when you're able to differentiate those times and able to point them out, that will show a lot of growth and wisdom on your part. So just taking that time to really, slow down and think like, dang, I was a little bit reactive instead of responsive to that person. So, and the last one, number 5, is stop placing expectations on people, because sometimes they're just truly not capable of fulfilling them. And that one is such a hard pill to swallow. However, you have to really take a step back a lot of times and figure out where those expectations are coming from, and hold yourself accountable, and then also be able to differentiate, okay, why are you feeling like that? Why did you have that certain expectation of that person? And being able to determine if that's something that you yourself were able to uphold that certain expectation or not. I feel like if you let other people determine your value, that will help you determine how you're going to move for that situation. And I say that because, you know, everybody is human and we all have expectations. That's just the reality of it. Everybody has a certain expectation of something or someone. However, you know, when you're able to take a step back and really realize where it's coming from, why you set that expectation, and if you're able to even fulfill that expectation yourself, then you're able to inflict growth upon yourself, and you're able to be like, wow, you know, I shouldn't even place that expectation on you. You know what I mean? Because I probably didn't even realize that you weren't able to fulfill that in the first place. Remembering that we're all human and meeting people where they are allows space for grace and allows space for, you know, forgiveness, because a lot of times that inflicts resentment on you, inflicts disappointment. I know y'all heard that saying, expectation breeds disappointment. And that's so true, because, you know, when you set certain expectations on somebody that they might not be able to fulfill, then that's just the breeding ground for disappointment. You know, it's better to just go into it with a positive outlook instead of with expectations on that person. So I know this video was probably a short video. However, you know, it's just 5 quick lessons that I learned in 2023. Don't get me wrong, some of these lessons are lessons that I have learned before, but like I said, they come around in different shapes, forms, sizes, people, whatever it may be, and we have to learn how to deal with them all over again. So and don't feel bad about that either, because, you know, a lot of times, like I said, different stages of life brings different pressures, so we may not know how to even deal with it in that shape or form that it has came in at the time. So don't feel bad about yourself if you are learning some lessons again in a different shape or form. Yeah, in this life, we're all learning, we're all trying our best out here, and I'm proud of y'all for trying y'all best, because that's what we're all doing, okay? And I'm proud of y'all for even choosing to watch this video, because that means that you are choosing to make better decisions for yourself. So kudos to you. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video. Remember to like and subscribe down below, and also go ahead and follow me on all of my social media platforms at Amani My Realtor, and I wish to see you in the next video.